Well, we're going to change gears here and introduce you to a woman who has broken through the glass ceiling of her profession. You've seen her sometimes controversial work on the covers of Vanity Fair and Rolling Stone. Well, in today's cover story, we meet famed photographer Annie Leibovitz.
All my early work, I just really enjoyed looking. And it was really through working at Rolling Stone and having to do the covers of Rolling Stone that the portrait work evolved. And it was a very reluctant transition for me to become a director. I didn't really want to do that. I really enjoyed just sort of watching things happen in front of me. She had just finished a film called The Rose, and you know, it was her first acting role, and it was a very big deal to go from being a musician to acting in a film. I mean, we don't think about her that way now, but it was like Bette Midler, you know, sort of, you know, in a bed of roses. I mean, you hear about people looking like their dogs. This is Arnold's horse, and I mean, that horse looks like Arnold. You know, it's like it's that thigh looks like Arnold's thigh. And Whoopi Goldberg was part of a series of young comedians that I was doing for Vanity Fair. This was 1984. I didn't know who she was at the time. She wasn't, it was before she did her Broadway show. It was before she did The Color Purple. And we took a friend's apartment and we heated up gallons and gallons of milk on the stove and put all this milk in the bathtub. And when Whoopi got into this warm milk bath, she felt so good, you know, so relaxed that something else happened that I didn't expect. I mean, she just sort of slipped in. I am fascinated by the body, you know, interested in the body. Find that it can, when stripped down, there's a lot of truth. He was killed the same day the photograph was taken. So it has, you know, a photograph has so many meanings, and then you have all these other meanings that are sort of added to it because of that situation. It's not an unusual idea for John Lennon to see him nude or even her nude. I mean, this is not an unusual idea. What is unusual is to see her with clothes on. The story for me, after all those years, is that they were still together, and I wanted to do an embrace. And at the very last minute, Yoko said she would take her shirt off, but she wouldn't take her pants off. And I was very disappointed, so I said, oh, just leave everything on. You know, it's all right, you know. And of course, what happened, you know, when we pulled the Polaroid, it was much more poignant, much more, John, of course, looks much more vulnerable. You know, and then with, of course, what happened later, it became even more emotional than that. And I think that the strength to the work is to see it together, finally, to see it grouped together. So I really love it as a body of work, and I think that it only makes me feel more responsible to continuing.
This is my favorite time of